I've been very fortunate to be involved in the last couple of days in this URBACT event when we've had people from cities all around the continent, from France and from Italy, from Latvia, and we've all been involved in many conversations, and they've been here telling us about what a lovely city Armagh is, the fantastic potential that it has, and what we should be thinking about doing to make it a better place for not only for tourists but also for people who want to live here. If it's possible to be in love with the city, I'm in love with Armagh. I find it a delightful city. It's got everything that I love to enjoy. It's got beautiful churches, lovely cathedrals. It's got the green space of the Mall. It's got so many different types of buildings, and that's what makes it such an eclectic mix. And when you've got an eclectic mix, then you've got something for everyone, and that's what I feel that Armagh has got.
It's a great pleasure to have the URBACT project in Armagh City. We have a very strong heritage in the city, and it's great to show our European neighbours our potential project here in Armagh Jail. As you can see, I'm standing here in the surroundings. It's in a bad state of repair, but there's a big vision for it as part of a council initiative to redevelop this into a commercial project which will provide new use for the building, employment for the area, and enjoyment for our residents and visitors. It's a major part of our tourism strategy going forward in relation to the provision of bed nights. As I say, it's great to have our European neighbours here to visit here and see our city, a city that's full of heritage, on our week, which is obviously Georgian Day, which is one of the biggest days in our calendar as a council.
I was really interested as a visitor yesterday to discover the Armagh town, the Armagh City, and its cultural, religious and tourist assets, and the high potential that this town has. As an operator, a professional of development projects, I think that this is this town offers a great opportunity to develop in the tourism sector, and I see a great potential linked to the religious tourism, which is a growing sector, and we have some experience about that, of course, in Italy, and I think that it would be interesting also to exchange on this with Armagh, which I found to be the religious capital of Northern Ireland. And this can be really attractive to many tourists and visitors and citizens.
We visited the Armagh jail. It was quite an impressive building, a very big building. Becoming derelict. It reminds us about a building we have in our region in Belgium, a former power plant, also a very big and impressive building that we have been renovating for 10 or 15 years now. And that's one of the suggestions we made to the people of Armagh, that is to make regular investments, small or even more substantial, in order to keep the building up and running, and also to keep the building, or to make the building more attractive. And as we have seen in Belgium, by making the site more attractive over the years, people are getting more interested in coming to the site, investing in the site, and that might be a scenario for Armagh to follow.
So for us as the lead partner city, it's always a pleasure to participate in a transnational meeting in the framework of the INT-HERIT Project, because it gives us the chance to transform all that we have thought of and that we have written on paper for the application, and transform that into action and into learning, transnational learning, and about new contacts and new synergies that can come out of this kind of meetings. In this case, Armagh has been a wonderful host, as the city is very welcoming and the people you meet. But apart from that, we have had the chance to put flesh into the skeleton of our project, of our transnational project, hands-on real initiatives, and for example, to have the chance to have a peer review on initiatives such as the jails project you have here in Armagh. Has been a really interesting opportunity to get to know more about how to manage heritage in a way that connects with the needs of the city. And in this case, there's a very interesting possibility of connecting that relevant heritage asset with the needs of the city, with the strategy towards making Armagh an attractive city for tourism, and change the way tourism tourists relate to Armagh as a destination. And we have understood more about the connection between your heritage, tangible heritage. For example, we've been able to visit the Navan Centre, where we've understood more about the importance of that intangible heritage, about stories and traditions and your history. It makes sense for the project itself, that connection between transnational learning and local action and local work, because that's precisely the aim of the URBACT program, to allow cities to create networks in order to promote that learning experience, transnational learning experience, but then connect that with the reality of the implementation of their own strategies at local level. And I think it's really valuable what we can bring the city, hosting a transnational meeting, but also what we take back home with us, that we can then work together with members of our local working groups and advance our project in terms of how to best implement our strategies and plans in order to reach the aims we all have at local level, that if I think about it, they all connect, is how to best manage our heritage in order to answer the needs and expectations of people, because at the end of the day, people are at the center of any kind of strategy or plan.